Hello, my name is Caitlin, and today my partner Krim and I will be discussing the leadership styles used by two different higher education professionals during a challenging time in their careers.
Hello, I'm Kareem Yaport. Today we'll be going through a few different types of leadership styles. Firstly, we'll talk about the key challenges faced by the leaders that we were interviewing, and then we will discuss the different leadership styles that each of those leaders showcased. And then we will be talking a little bit about their different styles and how they compare and contrast to each other. And lastly, we'll be showcasing the references of which we use to kind of come up with the different leadership styles that matched up. The two leaders that we interviewed were Dr. Laura Sato, whose key challenge was COVID-19, and KM, who dealt with a culturally insensitive performance at their large institution. These two challenges really were showcasing their individual leadership styles and how they went about dealing with these challenges. I had the great pleasure of interviewing Dr. Laura Sato, whose most challenging challenge in her professional career has been COVID-19. During COVID-19, there were all kinds of issues from trying to understand how to provide remote learning, but also how to be able to pivot to in-person classroom instruction. And this really allowed Dr. Laura Sato's transformational leadership to really shine. Some key components of transformational leadership are being able to be a good role model and really instill trust and respect by their followers. Transformational leaders really are able to have their followers admire and respect them and have the ability to provide inspirational motivation as well as encourage creativity and innovation through intellectual stimulation and really challenge the status quo. Additionally, these types of leaders are really looking to encourage new ideas and approaches and really looking at the individual contributions and really providing those types of support for the followers' needs and development. These types of leaders are typically mentors and coaches and really help provide followers to get to their full potential. The characteristics of a transformational leader are those that are visionary. So, transformational leaders have clear vision of the future and really articulate what they would like their and inspire their followers to do. They're charismatic leaders. They're also empathetic and really innovative and really challenge creativity. They're also ethical and really lead with integrity. Some of the benefits of transformational leadership are increasing motivation, also increasing performance, enhancing creativity, and also professional growth for the followers. Dr. Laura Sato really was challenged by COVID-19, but she provided her staff as well as the students with high touch opportunities to talk to them one-on-one about different situations that were happening on the campus and how they felt during COVID-19, and also work collaboratively with other institutional groups to ensure that they were able to address COVID-19 and really look at ways of testing in very creative and innovative ways on campus and really adapting to the new challenges and regulations and all the new information that they were getting at a moment's notice and adapting to whatever changes they were experiencing. Dr. Laura Sato's ability to really pivot very quickly really shines when you think about her as a transformational leader.
My interviewee, KM, specifically used servant leadership to help her during her challenge. The key components of servant leadership are listening. Servant leaders often listen to their followers, seeking to understand their needs, concerns, and aspirations. They create an environment where followers feel heard and valued. Empathy. Servant leaders show genuine empathy and concern for the well-being of their followers. They strive to understand and share the feeling of others. Healing. Servant leaders are often committed to the emotional and spiritual healing of their followers. They help followers overcome personal and professional challenges and foster a sense of community. Awareness. Servant leaders possess a high level of self-awareness and awareness of their surroundings. They understand their own strengths and weaknesses and are attuned to the needs of their followers. Persuasion. Servant leaders use persuasion rather than coercion to influence and guide their followers. They build consensus and encourage collaboration. Conceptualization. Servant leaders have the ability to envision the future and think beyond day-to-day operations. They provide a clear sense of direction and purpose. Foresight. Servant leaders anticipate future challenges and opportunities. They make decisions with long-term perspective. Stewardship. Servant leaders take responsibility for the well-being of their organization and its members. They act as caretakers, ensuring that resources are used wisely and ethically. Commitment to the growth of people. Servant leaders are dedicated to the personal and professional growth of their followers. They provide opportunities for development and encourage continuous learning. Building community. Servant leaders foster a sense of community and belonging amongst their followers. They create an inclusive and supportive environment. Some of the characteristics of servant leaderships: selflessness. Servant leaders prioritize the need of others above their own. They're empathetic. They show genuine concern for the well-being of their followers. They're supportive. Servant leaders provide support and encouragement to help followers succeed. They're ethical. They hold high ethical standards and act with integrity. They're visionary. Servant leaders have a clear vision of the future and inspire others to work towards it. Some of the benefits of servant leadership: increased trust. Followers are more likely to trust leaders who prioritize their well-being and show genuine concern. Higher engagement. Servant leadership fosters a sense of belonging and community, leading to higher levels of engagement and commitment. Personal growth. Followers benefit from the support and development opportunities provided by servant leaders. Positive organizational culture. Servant leaders create a culture of collaboration, empathy, and ethical behavior. Now the similarities in leadership styles. Both were proactive and had short turnaround times to get results. Focuses on the ethical behavior. LS demonstrated idealized influence by staying calm and ethical, KM aligning to institutional values and maintaining transparency. Collaborative approach. Both leaders prioritized collaboration and involved others in decision-making processes. Santo engaged with various campus groups and researchers to develop solutions during the pandemic. KM involved student leaders and affinity groups in reimagining inclusive programming and policy reform. Emotional intelligence. Both leaders showed a high level of emotional intelligence and empathy. Laura Santos provided individualized consideration by responding personally to faculty concerns and showing genuine empathy. KM encouraged the heart by validating student contributions and focusing on emotional well-being. Adaptability and innovation. Both leaders are adaptable and encourage innovative thinking. Laura Santo demonstrated intellectual stimulation by challenging the status quo and developed rapid testing systems. KM challenged the process of initiating policy reform and implementing new guidelines for culturally themed events. Building trust and the community. Both leaders focused on building trust and fostering a sense of community. Laura Santo inspired confidence and created a culture of collaboration during the pandemic. KM enabled others to act by empowering students to create inclusive spaces for dialogue.
When discussing these two leadership styles, it's very important to note some of the key differences. When looking at leadership styles like Dr. Sato's transformational leadership, it's important to note that their approach to COVID-19 was really looking to be inspiring and motivating during this challenging time, while KM's servant leadership was really looking at serving others and fostering community well-being. In terms of how they dealt with crisis management, Dr. Sato's approach to COVID-19 was very data-driven and innovative, but always looking at operational stability of the institution. Whereas KM's approach is really grounded in restorative, collaborative, and focusing on healing and systematic change. How they approach communication between the two styles is very key importance. Dr. Sato really emphasized really high touch individual communication to try to build resilience in this challenging time, while KM really focused in on providing validating contributions, really looking at restoring and fostering trust through openness. In terms of emotional well-being, Dr. Sato's approach to transformational leadership was really looking at how to look at emotional well-being as a part of the operational stability, versus KM's is really looking at strongly emphasizing emotional well-being while also looking at emotional healing and validation. How they handle long-term vision is also a key importance. Dr. Sato was really looking at aiming for institutional resilience and adaptability during this challenging time as COVID-19, while KM really was looking to create long-lasting and very inclusive systems through this shared leadership in this particular crisis.
The professional advice we received is to always have a plan ready to go for a multitude of different situations, specific actions and plans for professional growth. Having a plan ready and fully developed will ensure the ability to hit the ground running should something occur in the future. Having a general idea of what crises may occur on campus can help systems be in place. Also, being up to date with the latest guidelines from the institutions help with timely response. How you execute a plan under pressure directly reflects your leadership. Volunteer for projects, get involved with campus partners, and consider those what-if questions. For our references, both Karim and I used the Nordhaus Leadership Theory and Practice 9th edition, and I also used the 5 Practices of Exemplary Leadership by Kutz's J.M. and Posner, B.Z. Thank you for learning more about different leadership styles during challenging times.
Hope you've taken away some great professional advice and leadership traits to add to your professional leadership style. Katelyn and I want to thank you for watching.